It's Sunday. It's 10 o'clock. It's the 24th day of January 2021. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. Still feeling a little under the weather, but that can be expected between gale force winds, mystery rain. Now we're back up into 80s, but we're supposed to have gale force winds again tonight, and then more rain. So for some reason, the weather has decided to pick on me because 2021, you suck as much as 2020. All right, it's Sunday, so let's build an adventure. We are still continuing our experiment with the 5-room dungeon concept. So let's just refresh you, because it's been a busy week. We may have forgotten. The 5-room dungeon concept is basically, you could tell a dungeon story in 5 rooms. You can break down pretty much any adventure into 5 rooms or a series of 5 rooms. And those 5 rooms are usually some type of encounter. And then after the encounter, the second room would be like a non-encounter. Something to get some role-playing in, something to get some skill checks in, maybe something to tell you the lore of where you are. Then the third one might be a hazard, or something else. The fourth one would, or maybe a minor fight. So the third one can either be like a hazard or another secondary fight. The fourth one would be your main fight, your big boss, your dragon or whatever, Darth Vader. And then your fifth one is your treasure, your rewards, and usually your escape. I have caveated that by saying there's actually a 6th room. The 6th room being, why are the players there? What is our motivation? So room number 1 would actually be lore motivation. Room number 2 would be encounter. Room number 3 would be skill checks, role-playing, more lore. Rule number 4 would be hazard or minor encounter. Room number 5, major encounter. Room number 6, rewards and exit. And you can move those around. You could have the big boss be in the first room, because why not? You could have the reward be in the second room, because why not? So you can move them around. There's no, it's not A through Z. It's, whatever. So we've done it in fantasy, which is the most obvious. We've done it in space. We did Star Wars. And now let's explore my favorite genre, superheroes. Can we do a 5-room dungeon in superheroes? And the most obvious would be the players superheroes are breaking in to the bad guy's base. That would be the most obvious 5-room dungeon for a superheroes. So our lore is the players, the Avengers, the Justice League, whatever, the League of Extraordinary Sandwiches have been following the villains. They've maybe had some previous encounters with the villains. They've tracked them down to the location, so they know where there is. And we'll say our bad guys are AIM, because in the Marvel Universe, AIM are my favorite bad guys, because they just are wacky, and they're led by Modac, and they have like black hole guns. So your first encounter would be let's get in. Now, the secret base is probably not going to be like the Legion of Doom base, a giant skull in the middle of a swamp, because it's AIM. So they tend to, either have this ultra scientific looking ridiculous building as their base with like pipes and things, or they tend to have their base in someplace pretty normal, so nobody suspects that they're in the middle of New York doing AIM stuff. So we'll go for the second one. So your lore is, we have found where they are, and we know it's AIM. So our first encounter is, we come to this normal-looking building in the middle of city USA. So we have to get into normal-looking building without A, freaking out anybody going down the street, Mommy, why is the Hulk attacking the ice cream store? And B, without alerting AIM that we're there. So that's room number 1. Get in, do not attract attention. So that's a role-playing test, a skill test, a role-playing test, whatever. Maybe you could, Disguise Boy could disguise himself as a member of AIM, or Computer Hacky Girl could hack the computer to get the group in, or Wizardy Boy could cast an illusion so everybody looks like AIM agents or just looks like door-to-door salesmen, so nobody going down the street is freaked out and the AIM people don't know. So there's your first room. How do we get in without letting AIM know we're here? And how do we get in without freaking out anybody else in the street, which would again also let AIM know we're here. So that's room number 1. Skill tests, because remember, it doesn't have to be in this specific order. So we have a skill test, role-playing test. Second room. Okay, now we're inside, and it's like, where they park their weird vehicles. Or maybe a facade of some offices, which are actually just like traps. So let's say, because this is AIM, and they do things that make no sense. So obviously AIM would have their entrance lined by a facade of offices that are actually lasers and traps. Who cares if Bob, the new AIM agent, doesn't know the password and gets shot by the facade of offices that are actually lasers and traps and maybe a minor villain? Because it's AIM. And as we've seen in the years of history of AIM doesn't really care. As long as they can prove it works and make money. So your second encounter is traps. Again, role-playing, skill checks. You've got this thing that looks like a bunch of offices, but actually there's a laser thing in the office here, and there's a bolo cannon here. There's like a sonic thing here because it's AIM. And then because it's AIM, there's a shark gun, that shoots sharks at you. And maybe some AIM agents operating that. But your second room is traps. All right, so now the League of Extraordinary Sandwiches has made it past room number 1. They've made it past room number 2. They've gone into the main actual headquarters, room number 3, filled with AIM agents doing whatever it is AIM agents do. Pushing buttons, pulling levers, performing experiments on vegetables, trying to channel the energy of the interdimensional plane of pure sharks to make a shark gun. They're all running around in their weird yellow beekeeper outfits because nothing says secret evil alien organization like bright yellow beekeeper outfits. They totally blend in. So our third is a minor fight with AIM agents. And here, with running the superhero game, because it's superhero, you could throw whatever you want at the heroes, because it's AIM. So it doesn't have to make sense. One of them could have a shrinking ray. One of them could have a strength-enhancing rig. One of them could have the shark gun. One of them could have the two, the knuckle dusters that give off electricity. Maybe there's a minor low-level AIM villain in here, like, I don't know, Scorpion guy and Bird person and, just the weird shit that you can do with AIM that you can't do with other villain groups, because AIM is just all about weird science and just what can we make. So you could just roll some random powers and say, okay, this one's got a flame gun. Roll, roll, roll. This one's got a shrinking ray. So you just have this crazy AIM fight with AIM agents, which probably, it's AIM agents, so probably the heroes should win. Okay, so and then we get to our big fight, which of course has to either be Modac or some other major AIM villain. Now, Modac is kind of more like the campaign ending villain, though he is sort of pathetic and gets beaten rather regularly. He just always seems to escape or come back. But, let's not say it's Modac. Let's say it's another major AIM bad guy running this sector of the hive of AIM. Maybe it's Gizmo or Behemoth or Lady Shiva or Scorpion, or maybe it's a small villain group that are associated themselves with AIM, like the Snake Society or the Legion of Evil Wizards, or I don't know. So here's your major fight: the heroes versus a small villain team, or the heroes versus one villain that can take out a group of heroes. I don't know, whoever, somebody. It could be somebody from the Marvel Universe. It could be the DC Universe. It could be somebody you make up. But it's basically your major challenge. And then your final room is your reward. So information. What is AIM up to? Where's the next AIM base? Who is giving them the money? Who are they? What are they up to? Maybe some rewards. People say, well, superheroes don't take rewards. You can't reward superheroes. Well, you could give them gadget points because they've just stumbled across a whole arsenal of weird AIM shit. You could give them trophies. You could give them, contacts and recognition. Superheroes don't take stuff. Have you ever seen the Batcave? The Batcave is full of stuff Batman has taken from villains. The Fortress of Solitude is full of stuff Superman has taken from villains. Superheroes take shit. So your reward is information, obviously. What are they up to? What are they doing? Why are they here? Who's behind them? Who are they supporting? What's their next plan? Maybe some, gadget points or some contacts or, whatever it is, the reward system for your specific superhero game. Plus, if they want to take stuff, let them. I mean, it's AIM shit, so there's always that 1 in 6 chance it's going to explode or they can't figure it out. Or it only has 3 charges and there's no way to charge it because it's powered by the interdimensional energy of the shark dimension. So it's like, well, you got 3 shots out of your shark cannon, Electro Boy, but now it's useless because you have no way to access the shark dimension. Whatever, give him a couple one-shot AIM inventions just for goofiness, interchangeable shoes, whatever. It's your game, it's your superhero universe. I don't know what superhero system you're using. I don't know what kind of reward system you're in, but there definitely should be some kind of reward, if nothing else than just the sheer pleasure of taking out AIM. So there you go. That's a 5-room dungeon concept set in superhero world using one of my favorite Marvel villain groups, AIM. I love AIM. I don't know why, just probably because they're just goofy and ridiculous. They wear bright yellow beekeeper outfits, and they're led by Modac, who is a giant floating head. So, yeah, AIM. Advanced Idea Mechanics. There you go. If you appreciate this content and want to see more 5-room dungeons, building dungeons, let me know down below. If you'd rather see me do something else, let me know down below. Hit that notification button. Subscribe if you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet. Help me hit 500 subs. We do have something for our 300 sub special. I picked it up today. I can't wait to explore it because you know me, it's going to be something gross and disgusting food-wise. I will talk to you later.